Hi, I'm Kim, and I'm the exception that the world's been shouting about. 33 years ago, my best friend and I had made a trip to Memphis, Tennessee to do the tourist thing. And what started out as a really great weekend did not end up a very good weekend. No, I was raped as a virgin, and 30 days later, I found out that I was pregnant. Before that experience, I was somebody who was opposed to abortion. However, once caught in that trap personally, like most women, I became desperate to erase that nightmare from my life. And I scheduled an abortion I knew that I could not afford. Well, the weight of it was too great for me, and I told my parents what had happened and my plans to fix it. And it was my father who interrupted the conversation and said, "Abortion is murder, and we don't do that." Well, he says that at the time he didn't know what had overcome him. But today we both know that that was Jesus telling my father the truth. And the truth did three things for me. First, I was set free to know that I was no longer alone in my circumstances or any of my decisions going forward. Second, it returned me to my original conviction. Abortion was murder. And third, it actually turned my identity of a victim inside out into somewhat of a champion. Pregnancies that result from rape actually involve three persons. First, of course, is the rapist, who is a criminal and deserves punishment. The other two victims, the mother and the child. I no longer saw this child as a person that I needed to defend my life from. No, I actually saw this child as a person who was defenseless and innocent of the crime as much as I was, and that this child was somebody I needed to give my life for. The next few months of my life read like all the great stories do: dark, dangerous, and thrilling. I went from scheduling an abortion to canceling an abortion, and then I went from planning an adoption to rescinding the adoption. And in the end, I not only chose life, I chose to love and raise my daughter as a single mom. I actually dared to do what God created women to do. And that's to love and to nourish and defend the defenseless, the ones that He gives her, planned or unplanned. When I chose life, I chose God's choice. According to John 1:4, it says that anything that has ever been created was created through Christ, that nothing has ever existed except that it has come through Him. At the moment of conception, we are given the opportunity to co-labor with the Creator of the universe and steward the latest image of God to walk the planet. I mean, after all, what woman doesn't want to do great things? While I was bringing my daughter into the world, she was bringing me into Christ without a sound. This experience of choosing life with God brought me into a divine companionship with His Son, Jesus Christ. Apparently something that He had been waiting an eternity for. And He walked me into profound experiences with His intimate and personal love for me that no woman, married or unmarried, will ever know outside of Him. Doing the right thing with Him actually worked to heal me, to empower me to forgive, and infuse me with courage to make my life so much more than I ever imagined it could be. So choosing life did not rob me of life. It actually compounded life with great peace and deep, satisfying joy. I know that the world is working really hard to convince us that expecting rape victims to follow through with resulting pregnancies is a type of feminine torture. But the truth is, a woman laying down her life for the defenseless is actually a type of virtue. I am the exception that the world's been shouting about. I chose life after rape. And I found out that he who is the life resurrected my circumstances and is still today resurrecting me.